I need to see you tonight come out from the very jump because, I mean, look, Lipscomb, yeah, they're a good team, but, I mean, as far as I think talent-wise, you should be able to jump on them early. I mean, I don't know. I mean, as far as
do you want to see anything? Like, do you want to see any high-level competition? Do you want to see, teaching moments? Do you want to see any teaching moments? Are you okay with just
Well, no, I would rather them have their heads on straight, come out and play good, and there's not a lot of teaching moments.
So you're saying head on straight Louisville team does not have any close games?
Yes, I don't think so. I mean, as far as with non-Power 5 teams. Yeah. I think that they can come out and they can take care of business. No, I want to see a team do that because that leads me to believe even more, like I said, that I don't need to see them have flaws. If you come out and play well in the game, then to my point, your flaws are being fixed in practice, which is better. I would rather see that than see them have to get, whereas in the same breath, I'll say if they come out tonight and they win, but it's an ugly win, but you can kind of get some teaching points. Well, I'm glad you figured that out now, but I'd rather see you fix those in practice.
Toughness is the only flaw on this team that bothers you?
Yeah, I don't see a lot. I mean,
toughness,
on the court,
bad hands, and what else?
I think
if we're gonna say top 3 flaws, toughness, bad hand. Brian Hall, let me ask you this: what are the biggest 3 flaws of the Louisville team when you watch a game?
Ooh, the biggest 3.
8150, 93.9, 3831, 939. We got the YouTube up and running now. Biggest 3 flaws of this team when you watch a basketball game?
I'm trying to think of some because I've honestly been pretty excited about the team just because I feel like they're overachieving right now, and it's fun to watch an overachieving team that's given a lot of effort. As far as flaws, Coach talks about, the communication on defense. Sometimes there's lapses. I think sometimes our star players kind of get in a little bit of a tizzy on offense and cause, make some turnovers. I wish that Wara would not be, he has such a good game and then he has, a couple costly turnovers.
Yeah, see, because I kind of agree because with me, I think time and score is a big deal down the stretch sometimes.
Time and score.
Yeah, as far as you
like natural flow of offense.
Those situations.
Yeah, like the shots that are taken. Yes, that's not a bad shot, but that is if you're up 3.
Let me get to the text line. Yeah. I mean, I wanted people's opinions on when you watch Louisville basketball. Like, it's okay. They're good enough to say now we can point out flaws without feeling like you're killing them, because you've seen enough good stuff. Texter says, I don't think toughness is an issue. Physicality is somewhat of an issue, but that's different from toughness.
I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to break it down, yes. Okay, I'll give you that.
Rushed shots with a lead.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things for me. I think shots that aren't bad, but they're bad if you're up 3 with 2 minutes left.
There's a lot of pull-up shots.
Yeah.
Or, trying to create.
You don't like those transition pull-up shots?
Ryan McMahon.
I love those.
Hey, and I'm
the threat
a
that
fan
he'll
of
shoot
what McMahon's done so far this year, but I also think that a game like the Michigan State game put so much confidence in Ryan McMahon, it might cost us in another game because he feels like he can pull whenever.
That's kind of the point I kind of want to go when Texter says the rush shots with the lead. I agree with that, but I kind of want to put a different little spin on it. Jordan Wara, right?
Okay.
The worst thing that I always thought about these kind of games, especially when you knew you were physically better, right? Maybe more talented. Maybe not better as a team, but more physically talented. They shouldn't be stat padding games, but they can turn into stat padding games really quick.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause there's going to be a matchup on the court where top to bottom, we have a guy that can just beat his man, right? All the time.
Yes.
He might be able to beat his man, But if he gets to the basket and doesn't score a couple of them, and those lead to bad shots, even though he's head and shoulders better than his man, then everybody starts looking to score. This is the kind of game where you jump out to an early lead, and it's 16-4, right?
Yes.
Now everybody says, I'm gonna get some buckets, right?
Yes.
The scariest person is Wara, right? Because Wara might be your guy that can go get buckets all day. What if Wara has a 22-point first half, right? Wara's thinking 40, right? Coach Mack is thinking execute, right? The rest of the team wants into the game, right? Like, this is not happening right now. But these are the kind of games where it can happen, especially when Wara is coming off of a good game.
Yeah.
So he might be relaxed. He might be feeling good. He might feel like he can just go get buckets. He wants to be the alpha leader of the team.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, kind of in the back of my mind, I'm like, watch it. Like, if this would be a great game for Wara to spend the first 6 minutes of the game just passing, cutting, trying to get easy baskets. Probably one of the things I don't want to see is Wara come out there one-on-one, just face up, and draining shots over guys. Bad shots, even if they go in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do.
Like this is such a chemistry game.
Yeah.
That I would like to see guys working on their chemistry.
Sure.
More than just competing against the opponent.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You'd like to see some of the things that Coach Mack talked about Darius yesterday. I think you'd like to see some of those. I mean,
he misses the shot, get more positive instead of slumpy.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's things that's what tonight can do. But like I said, I just don't want it to go under the table that this is a pretty good resume win. I'm not saying a great one. I'm not saying, but it's a good resume win if you can win tonight.
One of our favorites, Seattle Paul. Welcome to Mornings with Marcus Maven. What's on your mind?
What's going on, guys? Good morning here. Hey, is Lipscomb considered a quadrant 3 or 4? Are they, or even with their record, are they in the quadrant 2 now?
I don't even know if the quadrants are a thing anymore now that the net.
Oh, they're not a thing anymore. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, the net.
Yeah.
Is,
the net now. Yeah.
But they're 46th in the net. I mean, like, so they're a top 50. I'm assuming that's good.
That would have been a quadrant. That would have been a quadrant 2 in the old system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So my point is, I think I want to see more penetration, kicking it down low, work the inside game before we start jacking threes. I mean, take the three if that extra pass is there, or Ryan or somebody, Dwayne is wide open. Take a good three. I also want to see better late game clock management. And then finally, I want to see Darius and Christian just penetrate. You know, I want to see them be aggressive. And again, Jordan, to everybody's point, have Jordan have better late game decision making. I think every issue that we're nitpicking the guys on right now can be fixed. They're still under a new system. They're only 9 games into the season.
What's the biggest? What's your big scary flaw for the team?
I think not enough inside game. Like I think the rebounding has been an issue for me, especially against, you saw how it was against a good team like Michigan State. We were lucky to pull that off, but I want to see better. Just our bigs just dominate the inside. I want to see better domination of the post, and then we start using the outside game. But you know what? Chris Mack has 32 practice games before the tournament. That's the way I see it. That's how I always treated Coach Pitino's teams. He had 32 games to practice for the tournament, and that's where Chris Mack, he had 32 games to get it right.
Look, isn't it too early in his stint at Louisville to call his regular season to practice for the tournament? This is year one.
It is year one, but we know, hey, if we can get at least 10 wins in the ACC, I mean, I'd say like 12 ACC wins, this team is going dancing.
See, I think 9.
Big wins.
I think you get in with 9. I think if you go 5,
really?
I think if you go 500, man, I really do. But 12, no. But you're right. I mean, we're in the same wheelhouse there. I mean, 2-3 games apart.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, they got enough of a resume builder already with a win over Michigan State. I mean, they lost Indiana by 1 point and went up in the net ranking.
Yeah.
You know, and we beat Kentucky. I mean, that's another huge non-conference win.
Yep.
This team can go dancing, and then by that point, we've had 35 games, 34 games under the belt. They could do some damage in the tournament with teams that haven't seen us all season.
Yeah.
No, Paul. Listen,
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate the call. I think I agree with you. Nine wins plus your Seton Hall and Michigan State. 9 conference wins plus Michigan State gets you.
Yeah, I think 500 in the ACC, which I think they'll do a little better than. But if they go 500 in the ACC, I think they'll get in, man. I think 9-9 will get them in.
What do you think about my question towards Paul? Like, as far as can we talk about effectiveness in the tournament?
Yes. I mean, bracketology. Joe Lenardi has you as a 7 seed, right? Or I'm sorry, no, he has a 10, but he had you as a 7. You know, I mean, Andy Katz's bracketology has you as a 7. Yes. You start talking about the tournament right now. Absolutely. When I look at those things in this city where we're at, in this hotbed of college basketball, and I look at that and I see myself as a 10 seed with a matchup with the number 2 Gonzaga. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I start talking about it. Yes. You start to say yes. Okay, now, Chris. How are we getting ready for the tournament? Yes, 100%. Sorry.
No, I'm not ready for the.
I mean,
I think it's just unfair pressure so early. You know, like,
well, yeah, but you took the Louisville job.
I was gonna say,
you took the Louisville job.
Yeah, no, you told us. So we're gonna agree that inside game is your biggest.
For me, it is, and for me, that is. There's a little bit of that. That's because Kentucky's on the horizon. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll admit that's why that's a kind of a, hey, fix this in the next couple weeks. Not so much fix it, but improve it in the next couple weeks. If you weren't playing someone like Kentucky that I think down low, that's the one spot they can right now take advantage a little bit, then I'm not as worried. Because I don't think in the ACC, I really don't. I know as good as the ACC is, not a lot of dominant bigs
and see, I
in the league.
I tell you what I can't have. I can't have 10-foot hook shots.
Yeah.
And either one of these big men going for 20. Right?
Yeah.
If you can't get the ball within 3-4 feet of the basket, you know what I'm saying, or finish at 3-4 feet of the basket, it's almost like it shouldn't count.
Yes.
Right? Like, it's the opposite of your Dwight Howard. You remember when they told Dwight Howard he had to stop dunking in practice because he wasn't working on any other part of his game?
Yeah.
It's almost like the exact opposite. Like, you don't baseline outside the paint shots, while good on a NBA talent looking thing, it's not gonna get you wins.
Right.
In the conference.
Yeah.
In tournament.
Yeah.
Anything. So yeah, if we're just gonna say like my number one flaw, got to be point blank range shots.
Sure.
Number 2, shot selection.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: when you start messing around with shot selection,
yeah,
we watch this team and what do we say? Boy, they can shoot.
Yes.
Right. Do you worry like if you start messing with their shot select?
I'll stop you.
Golly.
Yeah. Yes, I do. That's the only reason why I'm a little hesitant with that because
like with Brian's McMahon thing. Like, what'd you do? You got a nick?
Yeah, rip my pants.
I hate those. Jeez.
I know. But yeah, no, I do think that there's a little bit of that because one thing that does make this team good is in Bloomington. What is their blessing and their curse is in Bloomington with a couple minutes on the clock or with about a minute or so on the clock, Ryan fires that 3, ball bounces off, you kick it out, Wara fires that 3. But the blessing of that is in the first half and early in the second half, guy right in the face, bang. Dwayne Sutton, catch, bang. Ryan McMahon, pump fake, swings it over, CC, bang. You're like, that's kind of the blessing and the curse.
I know.
Do I want to go away from that? Or do I want to say, hey, that shot from Ryan or Jordan? Actually, I think Ryan's was a bad shot there. I don't think Jordan's was all that bad of a shot. But that's just me personally. But what about when you're at Carolina and Ryan's shot goes down? Then it's like, all right, we won. Because Ryan, you know what I'm saying?
Michigan State.
He
follows the guy up.
Yep.
Ryan dribbles up, transition, pulls it right in the guy's face, bang.
Yeah.
So I'm just so, you get what I'm saying? I'm just so freaked out.
I know.
About restricting freedom of the choice of shots, especially with Jordan Nwora, especially with Ryan McMahon. Jordan Nwora has earned, through his rebounding and defense, he's earned a bad shot. But it's almost one of those things like, you have to ask Nwora to be smarter.
Yeah.
You have to ask Ryan McMahon to be smarter for the team.
Yeah.
You have to demand Darius Perry take better shots. You have to demand, maybe a Malik.
Sure.
You have to demand those guys take better shots. You got to ask.
Yeah.
With your shooter.
Yeah.
You have to demand VJ King take only one dribble shots.
Yeah.
You have to demand that. You have to say, son, you are hurting our team when you dribble and shoot. You know what I'm saying? When you dribble and shoot right now. Like, I won't say, VJ, you're not always going to be on that, but you have to kind of like reset your offensive game.
Well, because in the games, I mean, Seton Hall, Michigan State, Tennessee, early. You're up in that game, and you feel like it's because you're taking, you're taking the shots.
Which game was it that VJ dribbles and he kind of is at the angle and he hits that bank shot that had no business going in, right? Then we're like, ooh, was that Seton Hall?
I want to say Seton Hall. Seton Hall's that's what I was thinking. But hey, let's say this real quick too, though. When Mac was hired, there's been so much talk about defensively. What was the one thing we were all talking about last year?
As far as
they score a lot of points, it's gonna be more offense than it's gonna be defense. So part of me also says we got him in here, and as a program, what we do is we started breaking down their team defensively. When in reality, I think sometimes we forget Mac's MO is get shots up. So
he's a basketball player.
Yeah,
Steve, we would have lost all our money on this one. We would have totally lost all our money on this bet. Brian, I saw that smirk you had going on. The last call of the first hour, the call I least expected to happen on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday, December 12th. People get ready. From the Bill at Scorns and Sons Collision Center hotline, Philly Carl, welcome to 93.9, my man. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm already ready for y'all. I normally I sit back and listen, man. Y'all got to yelling the over and the under. I said, man, okay, let me go ahead and call in because I can take my medicine. So I'm gonna sit here and Steve, go ahead and say what you got to say.
I'm just saying between the Eagles and between Nova, I mean, for one, look, I'm not even going to mock that the Cowboys pulled out the broom on the Eagles this year, but.
There's no more games against Cowboys and Eagles?
No. Yeah, that one's over. So, but between that and then watching Nova and then watching Nova's point guard calling out Jay Wright.
Yeah, what's up with that,
I mean,
Philly?
Like, dude, it's ugly, man. That's ugly.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what really happened. We weren't prepared for Dante DiVincenzo to leave. They thought that he was gonna stay. And we had no contingency plan. I mean, that team, we haven't lost. Penn is also in Philly. We ain't lost a Penn in decades. I don't know where we go from here, man. But I can take my medicine, man. I can say I had a good run. I had a good run. So now I just got to sit and eat it. I'm getting punished on Facebook. I'm getting punished by y'all. I go in the barbershop. They're killing me. So I'm ready to take my medicine. I'm good.
So are you ready to now kind of
say the run's over?
Well, kind of flip the switch over to Dwayne Sutton. Maybe we can have a little bit of a truce here. Yeah. Dwayne Sutton's playing well. Louisville's playing well. I know you like Louisville too. I mean, I keep my Sutton shirt on, man, all the time, man. I'm proud for that, happy for that, man. But it's just hard for me right now because for years, Philly fans, we've had nothing to cheer for years. So I didn't have my run for the last 3 years. So what I'm eating now, I'm eating some terrible crow now. Yeah. It's hurting. It's punishing right now.
What's up with the process?
Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to tell you like this. The Sixers are going to be all right. Jimmy Butler, when he comes, we're going to be okay. we gonna make a run, and people don't even know, but we gonna make a run.
As long as Blake Griffin don't beat him up.
Nah, man, stop it, Marcus. Stop it. I'm about sick of you now. Right. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
All right, Billy.
You always have Invincible the movie.
With Marky Mark.
Yeah, you always have Marky Mark.
Was that a good movie at all?
It was okay.
Was it cliche?
Yeah. It was okay.
Nothing.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't love it. I thought it was like, yeah, I'm a big sports movie guy. I was like, yeah, it's okay.
Remember the Titans?
I don't know. Maybe it was the Eagles though. I was just kind of like, ugh.
I didn't think about that. You can't do any kind of sports movies or
I know
sports stories when.
Like, wow, why are we making a story because y'all were so bad that y'all picked up like a trash guy and he was good?
That's a good point.
Why is that a celebratory story?
That's a good point. Hold on, Steve. I think this is the text you were looking for. People, I paused for a reason. Texter, we believe you're right on the money. Texter, we're going to throw it out there as rumor. People, I shouldn't be laughing. This is not funny. There's a rumor going on that you're going to have to hear about when we come back. Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150. 93.9 is the number. And 939 the Ville.
Chances are you've recently talked about it, or thought about it, or might even be thinking about it right now. You're thinking it's time to upgrade your vehicle, and boy do we have the place for you. Globe Auto Sales. Family owned and operated, serving the greater Kentuckiana area since 1972. Why Globe Auto Sales? Well, the answer is simple. The staff at Globe Auto Sales focuses entirely on the quality buying experience, not the high-pressured sales pitch you get at other places. So while you're thinking about it, stop by Globe Auto Sales located at 5705 Bardstown Road. Check out their inventory at Globe Autos online. Oh, and be sure to tell them you're a friend of 93.9 The Ville.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Have you been in a car wreck? Insurance companies can be really tough to deal with on your own. I'm Sam Aguiar, and our team is here to help. We have been fortunate enough to represent thousands of people from Kentucky communities, and we would love to speak with you about your potential case. Our team loves what we do. The consultation for you is free, and we don't charge you anything unless we win the case for you. So come be a part of our team. Our phone number is easy, 502-888-8888. 502-888-8888.
If your basketball's bouncing, that must mean the weather is getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. This month, you can get 36 months special financing on qualified Train comfort systems or $1,000 back from the DFH Company. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard not to call DFH Company today, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Subject to credit approval, visit dfhcompany.com for complete details.
What good is it having that beautiful view on your front and backyard if you can't see through your old grimy windows? Or how about when you let a little fresh air and your windows are constantly getting stuck? If this sounds like your current situation, it's time to make that call to Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, the best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted the most efficient for 2018 and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and all 5-star reviews, which means these are exactly the new windows you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive, Louisville, Kentucky, or 502-494-0120. That's Windows Plus. Make the
Matt here, head brewer and owner at Great Flood Brewing Company. The way we make our beer is important because of the people who drink it. Brewed for those who share a connection to the community, we use the finest ingredients and best practices to honor our history and build upon it. Louisville made, brewer owned. Find Great Flood 6-packs at your local retailers throughout the city. Learn more and follow our journey at greatfloodbrewing.com.
Want to be part of the show? Hit us up on the Fan Outfitters Twitter feed at 939 The Ville.
So, Steve, what do you think about Bill at Scorns & Sons Collision Centers, man?
Let me just say, I had a friend who totally ruined his car. They got him taken care of quick, efficiently, and out the door.
Family owned and operated for over 70 years, Ed Scorns is the leader in auto repair technology and technician training. Do not, I repeat, do not let just anyone repair your vehicle. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you're taking your vehicle to Bill at Scorns & Sons Collision Centers. There are 2 locations, Bardstown Road and Shelbyville Road in Middletown. Or call us at 491-BODY or visit us at etscorns.com. That's ETSCORNS.com.
One of the great things in life is intimacy. It's a key part of how we express ourselves and share with the person we love. Physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy. As much as we want to share that intimacy, there are times it just doesn't seem to work out. 40% of the time in men over 40, it just doesn't work. Many couples go months and sometimes years without addressing erectile dysfunction or other sexual issues in what can easily be resolved with just one visit to the Louisville Men's Clinic. Our Kentucky licensed providers use FDA-approved medications to get intimacy back in your relationship on the very first visit. There is no need to wait any longer. We are here for you, both of you. Call 444-4000 to set up your private consultation. 444-4000. The clinic visit, evaluation, and testing of the medication is just $99. LouisvilleMen'sClinic.com for more information. 444-4000.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by the Louisville Men's Clinic. Erectile dysfunction got you down? Call the Louisville Men's Clinic today. What's up? 444-4000. Sad news coming out of the Louisville Men's. Yeah, I got it. Yesterday, as Louisville men's soccer coach Ken Lola resigned. He was the Cards' head manager for 13 seasons, and he will go down as the most successful coach in program history so far, compiling a 155, 77, and 39 record and accounting for 45% of the program's wins all time. He made 11 trips to the NCAA tournament, and before he got here, we had never been to one. Coach Lola was on with our very own Drew Diener earlier today, and he talked about his love for Tom Jurich.
Tom being a big part of us coming here and him leaving, starts a thinking process. And it has nothing to do necessarily with who came in next. But just a big part of us being here was Tom Jurich and him inviting us to be a part of that family.
The Louisville men's basketball team is back in action tonight, taking on Lipscomb. And yesterday, head coach Chris Mack met with the media, and he talked about Darius Perry.
My concern with Darius, and I've said this, isn't his play. It's his response to his play. That's it. You go for 9, you go for 15, nobody cares. But, you can't slump your shoulders. You can't feel bad for yourself. Like, nobody has time for that. Our team is the most important thing. And he's a young guy with a lot of talent, and he's learning that. I wish he'd learn a little faster.
That game is set to tip off at 7 p.m. at the KFC Yum Center. But be sure to catch all our pregame coverage right here on 93.9 The Ville starting around 6 p.m. and immediately following the game for the postgame show. Yesterday, new Louisville head football coach Scott Satterfield was on the David Glenn Show, and he was asked about getting criticism for revoking scholarships.
Yeah, that's the most difficult thing. I think, when you're making change, I think it's not unprecedented for that to happen. I think it happens every year when you're hiring a new staff. I think, number one, we have certain things that we're looking for in the type of offense, defense, or special team player that we're looking for, and maybe the previous staff was looking for something else. And so you don't want to bring in someone in that we feel like is probably not going to be able to play for us. It doesn't do them a service, and it doesn't do us a services either. So we're trying to reach out to these guys early enough to where they still can have an opportunity to go, sign and play somewhere else.
Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is SportsCenter.
With fall approaching, are you dreading leaf removal, trimming bushes, bags, mowers, and blowers? Call the experts you can trust at Bosch Lawn Care. Be the envy of the neighborhood with a luscious green, leaf-free lawn this fall. Give us a call at 833-2GET-CUT or find us online at BoschLawnCare.com. That's BAISCH LawnCare.com. One visit, one call. Bosch Lawn Care is your solution this fall. And as always, professional, affordable Bosch Lawn Care.
Merkley Kendrick Jewelers, the second oldest jeweler in the country, has offered exquisite diamonds, vintage jewels, and elegant timepieces since 1832. From engagement, parenthood, and wedding anniversaries to graduations and retirement celebrations, we commemorate your milestones. Merkley Kendrick Jewelers is located at 138 Chenoweth Lane or online at mkjewelers.com. Trusted since 1832. Merkley Kendrick Jewelers.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. So, Steve, I got to ask you a question.
Yep.
Why do you get so excited? Why do you have that look on your face every time you ask Brian, is it Wednesday? I've never seen someone more happy to hear the simple answer, yeah, it's Wednesday.
You know why? Because it's Which Wednesday. Thanks to Jason and his team for bringing about Which to the ESPN Louisville studios. Two great locations at Old Brownsboro Crossing.
It's growing on you.
Or at 221 South Hurstbourne Parkway. Try the ESPN special. It's a large Which for just $6.80. Promo code's good 7 days a week. Pick something up for the family, cater for the office, or upcoming holiday parties. Order online today at whichwich.com or download the app. Which Superior Sandwiches.
So here's the thing, people. I know I went into the break with a unfair tease, with a little, drama. I'm going to tell you we're going to have to explore a bit of a rumor, because a bit of this rumor turns into a fascinating realization. But before I get there, I gotta get something off my chest. Something that happened during the break. Now here's the thing. When we go on the break, we go into the break room. There's kind of a tradition. Steve and I, we like to go into the bullpen, and we get especially excited because in this environment here over at ESPN Louisville Studios, you're allowed to butt into people's conversations mid-conversation. Right? Like when two people are talking, you ever have somebody enter your conversation who don't have any idea what's going on, and they just enter it, and you're like, dude, you don't even know what we're talking about. Get out of our conversation. Well, over here at ESPN Louisville, we welcome people who don't know what they're talking about in the middle of the conversation. It's kind of just a fun thing that goes on. So Steve and I will come into a commercial break and we'll enter a conversation where they'll say, yeah, and then the pineapples were 10 times bigger than the oranges. And we're like, what? Right? But we're allowed to do that. So people, I enter a conversation during the break. And it kind of sounded vague, like, oh yeah, so I'm just going to have to deal with that. And when I heard that, I said, you know what? Y'all are not allowed to start speaking in code. We have rules in here, and rules are you continue the conversation exactly how it was going. So people, I felt like they changed the rules and started speaking in code. I said, "Are y'all speaking in code right now?" And sales extraordinaires Bree and Dawn were like, "No, we're not speaking in code." I said, "Okay, so what's going on?" Well, apparently there were tickets purchased, trip plans made, European Mediterranean cruises all set up, ready to go. Yesterday was supposed to be departure day. Because of an error in the name spelling on the purchased tickets, the trip got canceled. Repeat, we're talking cruises, Mediterranean, flights to Barcelona, just awesome worldwide traveling was about to happen starting yesterday. And somebody in our office could not go because of a misspelling or a registration error. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart not only because I accused them of talking in code and changing the story. Could you imagine if you were supposed to do cruises and Mediterranean flights and all of a sudden you're sitting in ESPN Louisville studios on the day you're supposed to be in the air or on the sea? This either has to be the best place on the planet to work or somebody just needed a little therapy. a little conversational work therapy. So people, that's what happened in the break that broke my heart. I didn't know if I was going to be able to continue to do a show with my heart so heavy. Okay, Steve, rumor time. Or we're going to solve what we thought the rumor was at first?
Well, no, this is pretty much what we thought it was.
Rumor has it, big news coming out of Lexington, Kentucky. Rumor has it, either Quade Green or Nick Richards will be transferring from Kentucky. That is the rumor.
Well, that's what was the rumor.
That was the rumor.
Now we have a little more clarity on
Okay, but before we got to the clarity of the rumor, what was the question? First, it was, who would you rather leave?
Yeah.
Easy answer.
Yeah.
Nick Richards.
Sure.
Get on out of here. Right?
Yeah.
Actually, I need Quade Green to stay. Haha, just insert snarky joke here, right? So then Steve asked me, would you take Nick Richards? I didn't answer Steve out loud, but Steve saw my eyes go into the back of my head in like an imagination scenario. We always did this with Rick too, right? We always talked about the worst players under Cal would be the awesome players under Rick, right? Like we always felt like there was so much wasted potential, right? Without saying it, yes, I would take him. So then the rumor went a little further. Would you take Quade Green?
Yeah, only because I trust Coach Mack's coaching, and I think Green can shoot the ball fairly well. He's probably one of their best shooting guards.
Right?
Yeah, actually, percentage-wise, he is their best shooting guard.
Isn't it fascinating that when you picture like the most misused players on the planet, every single one of them, you say, my coaches can make that kid an effective player.
Yeah.
Like it's always one player that will be like make the difference.
90% of them come from Calipari. Like, man, I mean,
no, that's elaborate.
Used that way, wow, he would have been really good.
Okay, is that just us though? Is that just us staring at their team?
Well, no, because it's not even a Kentucky thing. I mean, you remember the story where Tyreek Evans said he basically walked into the office and said, "Dude, I'm a point guard. Quit trying to use me off the ball." And Cal was like, "Well, I'll give you a shot." Tyreek Evans started playing point guard. All of a sudden, Memphis starts tearing people up. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then Cal is going to try to take credit. Like, to this day, Tyreek Evans, you ever hear him talk about Calipari? No.
Derek, good old D Rose.
Yeah, shut up.
Dude, my brother coached me when I was down in Memphis.
Yeah. get out of here, man.
Isn't that funny? My brother coached me down in Memphis.
Yeah.
So you would take him under the MAC structure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because I have faith in Mac can take anybody with that level of talent, and then they would be pretty good.
If that rumor is true, does it hurt Kentucky?
Yeah, you lose. I mean, you lose a guard. Sure. I mean, that would be like Louisville losing. I mean, think of somebody who you would think. Jeez, I don't even know where I would, because everybody's so. With Louisville only having the 10 they have, everybody's so like
Useful.
important.
Yeah,
it's
they
hard
bring
to really,
something. Yeah,
it's hard to really come up with But Charles Matthews, perfect. Texter just said Charles Matthews. He's up in Michigan, killing it.
That you were on top of that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that kid was at Kentucky, and they're like, he ain't never gonna play. All of a sudden, he's in the Final Four last year. Championship game. Doing work, starting.
Effective players.
Yeah, it's like, dude, Quaddy Green, he'll go somewhere.
Okay,
it'd be pretty good.
Okay, give me the equivalent loss of Quaddy Green to Louisville.
Jeez, Quan 4 maybe. It's a piece.
You think Quaddy Green is the equivalent to Quan 4?
Probably.
As far as losability?
Yeah, probably. And that's nothing against Quan 4. I mean, that's
not
just
Darius?
No, Darius. I think Darius is more important. I don't think Quaddy Green really plays, does he?
I don't know.
Does he really play? I mean,
he started last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he started last year, but I'm saying this year. I mean, he wanted to transfer in the offseason.
How mad is he?
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of like Marcus Teague.
Yeah, I think Teague was better. Teague was much better.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I don't even know if he really plays a lot of minutes right now.
So you don't think that would be big news?
No.
Other than the looks of it.
No, it's big news. I mean, yeah, because I mean, anytime, I mean, you're having the type of season you're having, and then people are jumping off board. I mean, sure.
Texas says, I want you to respond to this. Brian Hall, listen to this. Texas says, John Calipari will not be at Kentucky after this year or next. Jeff Capel left now. The program is falling apart. Jeff Capel.
Capel was a Duke. So.
Yeah, he was at Duke.
Yeah, what do they mean by that? Will he be there in 2 years?
I'll say this. I think that if Mac beats him this year, I think it will put a lot of pressure because next year Mac will have the better team. This year, talent-wise, I'm not sure he does. And you still are favored to win.
Do Kentucky fans think the thing is fizzing out?
I think so. I mean, even my
and you're not being snarky about that.
No. Even my father-in-law, talking to him, I mean, he's kind of. I can see that we were talking yesterday, and I'm like, there's a little envy in there. It's like, man, watching Mac take these guys, and he's a good coach. Like, I mean, he's a good coach. A guy he's getting this talent in there, and then you're watching this talent develop, and you're watching how he's putting these pieces together, and you're watching. I mean, like like this same old thing, and I mean now you're not getting top 5 guys all of a sudden, so it's like
top 5 guys,
and you need top 5 guys basically to. I mean, would and I hate to go on a Kentucky tangent, but we're coming up on the rivalry game here. I think even Kentucky fans would agree with me that people talk about Bobby and Lamar Jackson a lot. Lamar masked a lot of issues. Cal usually has one guy that will mask a lot of issues. And
Kevin Knox
even. But like this year, he don't have that. I mean, there's been other teams, a couple teams, but usually
Reed Travis.
Well, what?
Masking issues.
No, I don't think he was anywhere compared to what they thought he was going to be.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think to me, PJ Washington's the closest thing to that for that team. But I mean, you look back last year, Knox did it. I mean, even the only team I don't think he had one guy was his first team. I think his first team, you said they had talent everywhere. I mean, they were just they were incredible. And you lost in the Elite Eight. So I mean, I could go back for days. I mean,
you still thinking about Bam Adebayo?
Yeah, I mean, you had a guy or two sometimes that would kind of like, yeah, well, everybody else is kind of. I'm watching that game.
Everybody else is guardable.
Wenyen Gabriel looks pretty solid when he's next to Bam and De'Aaron Fox and Monk. But then when they leave, all of a sudden you're like, oh, man, that kid ain't very good at all. You know, it's like, I mean, there's things, and now that you're not getting the top 5 guys, you're running into more situations where there's not somebody to mask that for you.
See, well, let's do this. Let me back out of that conversation. Missed yesterday, right? We had a little bit of Coach Satterfield, Ledford conversation.
Yeah. By the way, they did announce officially Brian Brown as the defensive coordinator and Ponce as the quarterback's coach. So those are official. I mean, even though we've kind of known
they went through the HR process.
That's like Ledford. Ledford's in the process of going through different and some other coaches. So
now they can hit the road recruiting and all that. Okay, so staff filling out.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready for. Are we ready for like a first semester or first 6 weeks grade?
Well, no, because we're only like a week in.
I know, but you know, we got an elevated timeline here. We got expedited timeline.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, if we're doing like, I mean, as far as his first week or so on the job, yeah.
What's the best thing about him so far in the first? Like, okay, Brown, Ponce, Ledford. Which is the one you want to bring up first? Like when you're just talking with somebody randomly, like, hey, Steve, what's gonna happen with this team? What do you like that's going on? What do you say?
Well, I mean, out of those guys, I mean, I think the NC State guy comes out, you know, Ledford. I say NC State guy because when you're talking to someone, like I was explaining to someone yesterday, I was like, man, you know, he brought this guy in from NC State, you know, who's got, I mean, NC State's recruiting has been doing good. He's coached an offensive line that's been tremendous the last few years. He's coached award winners, All-Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think immediately that's the sexiest talking point. I think Brown, who's a young guy who's put together a top 5 defense last year, and I mean, I think he's a guy the guys are going to like, you know, and they're going to want to play for. So, and then you know, you read some of the other names. I mean, he's bringing back in the guy from Colorado, should be Shadon, who's going to be named probably in the next day or so. I mean, you're talking about him coming in. I mean, this is a guy that's from Danville.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good thing.
It's a good.
He's got a big name down. He coached down there. I mean, he's got a name in the state, you know, that you say, okay, well, now if there is a guy, Wandale Robinson, a guy out there that goes somewhere else, you know, maybe this guy can.
So you're saying like a county, like he can pull in the county guy.
Maybe he can get, you know, maybe you can open up some communication there with some things. I mean, so yeah, I think what he's doing, and I think some other names it's going to be. I thought keeping Pete on was a smart thing. I think Pete Nockton knows the lay of the land around
knows
here.
His stuff.
He's from Lexington. He played at Louisville. He's been doing recruiting at Louisville.
That was personal. Just admit it.
What?
You were just excited that
Well, I'm glad for him. I mean, honestly,
that's your boy.
Hey, people know what Pete's been through with a lot of things, with the cancer, with the stuff that he kicked and everything. I mean, yes, I'm very happy for him, and that's my dude. But I mean, I think he knows what he's doing, man. I mean, so it was good, and he was able to do that, and he was able to be somebody who, I know what the story said, but for me, Satterfield had a guy that could call these recruits and kind of take care of that because Pete had the relationship with him and he didn't have to worry about it. That was big.
That was huge.
Yeah, so I think what he's doing so far, staff-wise, is the biggest story because early signing period. Well, first off, word is that J.J. Weaver won't sign in December. That's one of his first big victories.
Okay, elaborate on that because I had that conversation yesterday a bit, and then of course I got the blowback. He just did it because he owes it to Vince Tyree, and that was it. Like he's 100% going to Kentucky. He just owed it to Vince Tyree, and that's all that was.
Well, I'll tell you what. If he signs in December, I'll agree. Hey, okay, yeah, he was just saying, look, I got.
Oh, if he decides in December,
yeah, I'll say, look, he did his due diligence. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that. Hey, you got where you want to go, but if he doesn't sign in December, I don't agree with that.
If he doesn't sign in December, you think that was a new coaching staff win?
Yeah, because now Louisville's going to sink their claws into him. Now you're going to have to tell us no. You know,
right?
Before, and I'm not sure he will.
That's too much time.
I'm not sure he will.
Like we better. So you're saying we're better not get that amount of time?
I think Louisville makes some noise there, man. So, I mean, doing that, you're talking
turn into a bloodbath.
Oh yeah. Yes, and you're talking about getting Under Armour All-American offensive linemen coming in to visit. I mean, like this is, maybe Florida State beats you out. But you're getting a shot with no time at all. I mean, that should speak to what the staff-wise is doing. And I don't go back on what I said before he was hired. I think at the end of the day, if that was your dude, just go get your dude.
As far as
don't try to talk me into liking this guy. Don't try to just go get your dude, man. But from what I've saw from since he's got this job, up until now, you're right.
What do you think about me whining about the local media title of Satterfield revoking scholarships?
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as that goes, I mean, I think that I think it was a factual piece that was laying facts out there, and I'll listen to that argument. But there was a negative connotation on.
See, that's my point. I said that. I said the article is not what's important.
Yeah.
When you phrase a title, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that got lost in the conversation. Sure. When I say, listen, if I stick some facts in some paragraphs, like, well, technically it's not taking the scholarship. It's just, the offer that was made by somebody. I'm like, dude.
And if you go talk to coaches and parents of a kid who just had a scholarship offer taken, I mean, what do you think they're? I mean, who's going to say? I'll be honest with you, man. My kid probably wasn't good enough to play there.
Hey, guys, I don't know if y'all know this. Satterfield actually went on the David Glenn show yesterday, and he was asked about this.
Yeah. You got that?
Yeah, that's the most difficult thing. I think, when you're making change, I think it's not unprecedented for that to happen. I think it happens every year when you're hiring a new staff. I think, number one, we have certain things that we're looking for in the type of offense, defense, or special team player that we're looking for, and maybe the previous staff was looking for something else. And so you don't want to bring in someone in that we feel like is probably not going to be able to play for us. It doesn't do them a service, and it doesn't do us a service either. So we're trying to reach out to these guys early enough to where they still can have an opportunity to go, sign and play somewhere else, and not do it at the last second, right before signing day. And now you do have two signing dates. You have one here in December, but you also have one in February. So that gives these guys, at least, another month and a half to really, get something out there on the table to start researching other schools. But I just think it's going to be an injustice for them and us, if you end up bringing them in and you're really not going to be able to use them. That's the bad part of this, and you don't like it, but it's part of the business.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I think that's pretty much the gist of it, man. Like, I come in, I watch tape. I'm not even saying you're not good. I'm saying that
I'm sorry.
For me, you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I read this text.
Okay.
And I forgot this was going to be a very important order of business. Thank you, texter. I think Kenny Klein wanted me to do this too. Last chance. More seats released for men's basketball game versus Lipscomb tonight. 12/12, 7 p.m. by best available lower level. Corner ends only $18 a piece. Repeat, $18 a piece. Lower level seats are available.
Wow.
To purchase now, reply by cards plus quantity. Offer detail. Can we get that link out from here? I'll try to do that. Actually, I'm gonna try to get this link out for people who want to purchase tickets. We're gonna get this off the text line. Quick commercial break then. Midday with Marcus Maven. 8150-939 is the number on 939 The Ville.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Family, friends, and sports all under one roof. Coach's Grill is Louisville's new sports-themed restaurant, where kids are always welcome and eat free on Tuesday nights with the purchase of an adult meal. Catch the Cards and Cats on one of the 16 TVs and take advantage of the 6 for $12 beer special during every U of L and UK game. Mention ESPN Louisville and you'll get the wing and fry special for $6.80. Coach's Grill, located at 7325 St. Andrews Church Road, just 1 mile from Iroquois Park. Coach's Grill, great food and good times.
Cards fans, it's an exciting time to support your teams. With all that excitement, celebrate with beer made right here in Louisville. Great Flood Brewing has long supported U of L, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. Visit the Great Flood Tap Room on Bardstown Road to see all that we have to offer. As always, visit us at greatfloodbrewing.com and follow our story at Great Flood Beer on social media. Thanks to 93.9 for being the best dang station in the city, but you knew that already. Go Cards.
I said Great Flood like 5 times. Think I got it?
What good is it having that beautiful view on your front and backyard if you can't see through your old grimy windows? Or how about when you let a little fresh air and your windows are constantly getting stuck? If this sounds like your current situation, it's time to make that call to Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, the best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted the most efficient for 2018 and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and all 5-star reviews, which means these are exactly the new windows you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive, Louisville, Kentucky, or 502-494-0120. That's Windows Plus. Make the call.
Anyone can deliver a box of groceries, but when you consider the source, only Kroger can bring you the fresh, delicious food and quality products you already know and love. And no matter how you like to get your groceries, Kroger makes it easy with store pickup. And now you can have your order shipped right to your door. So now it's easier than ever to check out while you're chilling when you shop online with the Kroger app or at Kroger.com today.
Check out Louisville Sports Live, the city's longest-running all U of L sports talk show, every Wednesday at 6 o'clock right here on 93.9 The Ville. Check us out daily at LouisvilleSportsLive.net. Follow us on Twitter at Elville Sports without an O Live. All the best local and national guests every Wednesday at 6 o'clock right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Chances are you've recently talked about it or thought about it or might even be thinking about it right now. You're thinking it's time to upgrade your vehicle, and boy, do we have the place for you. Globe Auto Sales. Family owned and operated, serving the greater Kentuckiana area since 1972. Why Globe Auto Sales? Well, the answer is simple. The staff at Globe Auto Sales focuses entirely on the quality buying experience, not the high-pressured sales pitch you get at other places. So while you're thinking about it, stop by Globe Auto Sales located at 5705 Bardstown Road. Check out their inventory at Globe Autos online. Oh, and be sure to tell them you're a friend of 93.9 The Ville.
So, Steve, what do you think about Bill at Scorns & Sons Collision Centers, man?
Let me just say, I had a friend who totally ruined his car. They got him taken care of quick, efficiently, and out the door.
Family owned and operated for over 70 years, Ed Scorns is the leader in auto repair technology and technician training. Do not, I repeat, do not let just anyone repair your vehicle. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you're taking your vehicle to Bill. There are 2 locations, Bardstown Road and Shelbyville Road in Middletown. Or call us at 491-BODY or visit us at etscorns.com. That's ETSCORNS.com.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 939 is the station. So, people, I read a little link that was posted in the last 30 minutes. Then I went back to my email. I was supposed to pass on some information. For the next 3 home games, men's basketball games, there's a new initiative to give fans the opportunity to sit in lower level club seats. Everyone talks about that all the time. Everyone likes to say the opportunities to sit in the lower level club seats and, oh, we need to get the real fans down in the right now. You know how Vince Tyree does. He gives you a shot. If it explodes, he keeps it up. If it doesn't explode, he says, let's try something new. Gives fans an opportunity to sit in the lower level club seats. Louisville club level seat holders have been able to claim their seats. Other season ticket holders have had the opportunity to upgrade their seats and move down, and unclaimed seats were also offered to anyone who bought the NIT tickets last year, as well as the season ticket holders for other U of L sports. These claims are on a rolling schedule. Currently, any remaining open seats for our December 12th game against Lipscomb go on sale to the general public Friday at noon, or that was Friday at noon. It's a rare opportunity for the fans to watch from down low. Tickets may be purchased, listen closely, www.gocards.com/MBB tickets. Click on the single game option buttons. This is your chance. Listen, if you can get lower level club seats for $18, what are you going to spend $18 on this afternoon, Steve?
Well, nothing, because our food's comped.
No. No, hold on. I want you to just sit there in silence, and I'm going to talk to Brian.
Okay.
So, Brian, there was just a moment on radio where I just asked Steve Rummage, trying to make a point about how we're going to spend $18 in our lives over something that's not as good as club level, seats, lower bowl seats at the Yum Center, right? And Steve is so selfish that the only response that popped into his
Yeah, we do. We got free food, man.
his brain was, I'm not. No, so you do realize that when I say generally, what are you going to spend $18 on in your life, in any aspect of your life? I mean, he could have said gas. He could have said, I need to get some new windshield wipers. He could have said a million things you're going to spend $18 on. The only thing that popped into his brain that I spend money on is food. And because we're getting our food comped, Steve is saying, I don't have to worry about that. Get free food.
So it's actually like, $28 because he's getting $10 of free food.
My God, Steve.
Dude.
Is there something else that you might have spent $18 on?
I tell you what, there's a certain sandwich store, now I can't say because they're not a partner with us, but they're unleashing ultimate cheesy garlic bread. that they look. It's cheesy garlic bread, and
That's
you get
what he's going to use his $18.
and you get a meatball sub, and it's like garlic bread with cheese all over it, and it's the sub.
I don't know. I just can't.
Just look at it, dude. Like, that's legit. Hey, that's for real. That's the truth right there. When does that start?
People, this is really going on right now. He's not joking. He's not making sounds into the microphone to be like he's looking at cheesy garlic bread stuff.
Yeah, that looks legit, man.
His only thought today about $18 of money being spent was food.
Man.
Point being,
yeah,
$18. I mean, starting at lower level.
I can't fill up my tank for $18.
Nobody can.
I know.
$18
Can't even fill half of it.
Yeah, $18 won't fill up a motorcycle. Like,
I
what
know.
are you talking about? So what else would you spend $18 on? What's the next thing you're going to spend $18 on? That's not food, Steve. What do you,
I almost said groceries.
Right.
The grocery.
You were going to go groceries.
Yeah.
You were going to go.
What would I spend $18
Like
on?
if you just had to guess, the next $18 you're going to spend is not food. You tell me too, Brian.
Gas for sure.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm going with. I'd say some munchy snacks, like you're at the gas station and you're like,
no food involved.
Well, by the way, we talked about that. So
what?
Did Brian say munchy snacks?
Gas. Your next $18 is gonna go to gas.
Probably.
What after that?
Or maybe a gift for somebody for Christmas.
Nah.
I don't know. You're trying. I've told you what I was gonna spend it on, and you're trying to get me to get something else out.
I know. No. You're right.
I know. I'm like,
no. Gas was a perfectly serviceable
I
answer.
legitimately can't think of anything else.
That's kind of where I was going. Like, what kind of? So that's my point. If you don't go to www.gocards.com/MBB tickets and spend your $18 and get in a lower level seat, something's wrong with you. Because
I don't spend money on anything but food. Like, I'm having a moment right here, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
No, Steve. I'll one up your epiphany, right? Steve, when I look at what I've spent every month, like I literally say, I'm never gonna eat again.
I know.
Like, I could have invested so much into so many businesses on what I just spend stuffing in my face that goes right to my belly, right?
Yeah.
Does not do good for nothing for humanity. My $20 of stupid food money every single day. I should be buying carrots and broccoli and investing.
Blue Chew.
Sounds about right.
Blue Chew. How am I supposed to have a rest of a radio show? We're talking about food, and I'm talking about budgets. I'm trying to help people learn how to invest and eat healthy.
Why don't you share what Blue Chew is?
Listen to the damn commercials if you want to.
Hey, I thought, you know what I honestly thought it was when I heard it? I thought it was a parody thing. I was like, oh, somebody finally picked up on my Kentucky fan thing. Yeah, go Cats.
Oh, my God. So here's the thing.
Got my Blue Chew.
Here's the thing.
Well, you're in for a surprise, buddy.
Movie tickets. That's what somebody says. Why movie tickets?
Let's go Cats.
It's not Tuesday.
Give me another one of those Blue Chews. Let's go Cats. Well, when you pass out at halftime, you'll know why.
Low blood pressure. None of this stuff is funny. We're bailing on this one. Here's one last conversation. Steve, I was scared about the news that Ken Lola was stepping down or stepping away, from soccer. Our big fear at one moment, Vince Tyree not going to do what it takes to keep this train on track. I was very glad. I don't know. You know what? I don't want to tell people what I thought. I want people to listen. Here's the thing. Congratulations, Ken Lola, on deciding that, that there's a move that has to be made. Most people, like, this is an uncomfortable thing, Steve. Like Like changing your comfort level from where you're at and picking up new adventures and new journeys. That's a very uncomfortable thing. Congratulations. Very proud of you. Thank you for everything. Tina Lola, Ken Lola. I was really, really glad to get up this morning and hear that you had joined Drew Diener to kind of discuss.
Yeah.
He did a great job kind of peppering 93.9 The Cat. He did a great job, peppering, the important questions. Because here's the thing. When Ken Lola steps away, who is kind of those foundational things that, made people over time gain confidence in a Tom Jurich, right? You worry that are we going to be able to retain the coaches? I'm glad he came on. I don't know most people, who listen to the show, it resets every hour. If you got a chance to catch that interview, here it is for you. Tell me what you think later.
We are pleased to have Ken Lola on the line, who resigned yesterday as Louisville men's soccer coach, who I've talked with many times. Kid, I said earlier, you're the only coach who's ever suggested a book that I read that I actually